Hello everyone, welcome to Target Focus Life. Today we're taking a detailed and in-depth look at the Stoeger M3020 20 gauge shotgun. You ready? Let's go! So today we're taking a look at the Stoeger M3020 20 gauge shotgun, jumping right in with the specs. Where this gun fits in is at a price point, $559 MSRP. Very affordable, but how good is it? We're gonna put that to the test today. Like I mentioned, $559 MSRP. I think I got it for $529 at my favorite sporting good retailer. I love 20 gauges. I don't know about you. They're so much fun to shoot. Light guns, light recoil, easy to handle. And this gun is extremely light. About 5 pounds, 11 ounces. Just feels super light in the hands. You could walk all day with this thing, barely know you have it. Now, with lightness comes a little bit of whippiness. Easier to whip the gun. We're gonna put it to the test, hitting some targets today, or at least shooting at targets. This is a 20 gauge shotgun. This is the 26-inch version here. Length of pull, distance from trigger to butt end is 14¼ inches with an 1¼ inch drop at comb and 2-inch drop at the heel, so 3/4 inch drop. This gun does come with a shim kit, so you can adjust a little bit of that drop and cast. One other thing I want to take a look at with specs is just the trigger. We're gonna just dry mount it and shoot it. This is 14¼ inch length of pull, but I notice it's short for me. Yeah, my nose is right into my thumb. I would need it longer than this. Doesn't feel terrible. Doesn't feel amazing, but doesn't feel bad at all. I'm gonna stop guessing at triggers because every time I do that, cameraman Jordan guesses better than me, makes me look bad. 6 pounds, 6.8 ounces. We'll enter that one, get another one. 6 pounds, 4.9 ounces. 5 pounds, 14 ounces. The average came out to 6 pounds, 3.3 ounces. So actually, trigger, not too bad. I'm okay with this trigger, especially at this price point model. This is an inertia operated shotgun, as all Stoegers are. Like I mentioned, does come with a shim kit. You can put this between the stock and the receiver. A few different options there. It comes with a couple extra choke tubes. It's so weird, like this is a flush mounted choke, and then you have this choke, and then you have this choke. Like all three are different type chokes. You have improved cylinder, modified, and extra full. This must be the extra full. Next, we're gonna take a look at the ergonomics of this shotgun, the feel, the form, the function. Nice narrow forend. I like that, especially in a 20 gauge, nice and narrow. Easy to get your hands around, easy to wrap your thumb right here. If you like to point, you can do that. The grip is medium to narrow, what you would expect in a 20 gauge. Now the grip angle, this pistol grip here, one thing I noticed right off the bat is if I slide my finger like this and try to get right on the trigger, like it's gonna be hard to see, but I can't also get my fingers fully formed to that grip. If I form my hand to the grip and reach for that trigger, as you can see, I'm pulling up at an angle like this. I wanna be pulling straight back, but I can't do that with this grip angle. So don't love that, doesn't fit me perfectly in the hands there. Like I mentioned, it's extremely light, 5 pounds, 11 ounces, balance point, pretty well balanced right here on the receiver. Feels pretty good in the hands, like feels extremely light, a little short for me. I would go ahead and throw a Falcon Strike on because look at this recoil pad. I mean, it's just rock solid. I can't get any squish even on the cement out of this. Would definitely upgrade that to a Falcon Strike. Link in the description if you're ever interested in those. It has a stepped up rib, has a monstrous red dot on front. It's almost the size of the bore. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but huge, huge. Nothing too fancy here, just a basic loading port, slightly milled out on the front side. Plastic trigger guard, not oversized at all. The controls, not oversized at all. I mean, that takes some pressure. Bolt handle, completely fine. Safety, just a tiny cross bolt safety on the rear side, which that's where I like it. That's about all I gotta mention here. It does have some swivel studs. If you wanna add a sling, just a hard polymer plastic, nothing fancy as far as the grip. Texture is fine, easy to get your hands around. Moving on from ergonomics, we are gonna take a look at recoil and reliability. This is where it gets fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and load this up. I'm gonna take a few shots, Just looking at recoil, I won't even shoot at targets to get started. As I was shooting here before the video, I had that problem on almost every shot. I am shooting the Federal 20 gauge, 2 3/4, 1210 feet per second, 2.5 dram equivalent, 7/8 ounce. These should cycle fine. This gun has been cleaned and lubricated. I even threw extra lubricant in it. Man, not only is it not cycling well as far as reliability, it's got some punch. It is a light gun, 7 pounds, 11 ounces, but I've shot other lighter 20 gauges that don't have nearly that much punch. So I imagine from the hip. What? Cycled one of them from the hip. Okay, never mind. Now, a lot of guns do have a break-in period, but they don't operate this poorly. I'll be honest with you. I'm having a lot of trouble with this. We'll see if it gets better as the shooting goes on, but let's try a few targets, Jordan. Give me a low house pull. I was able to hit the target, luckily, because I didn't have a follow-up shot. I'm having a lot of trouble getting this to cycle. It's not cycling well. Sometimes it's stovepiping. Sometimes it's not even lifting the shell and putting it into the chamber at all. As we get to the end of this video, I'll put more rounds through it. I'll test it out. I'm a couple boxes into this gun already. I'm able to hit targets with it, even though it's got this enormous fiber optic on the front, but the gun's got a cycle. And then as far as the recoil, a little bit more than I'd like. It could be my sore shoulder. Could be that this gun just has more recoil. It is inertia operated. It is a light gun. Those combinations may lead to more recoil. So let's break this shotgun down, see what we're working with. 4-end cap. I always had a little issue with these Stoegers. They're a little finicky. I don't think that's how it normally comes apart, but whatever. Barrel off, 4-end off. Stoeger's an inertia operated, as I mentioned, but they have their spring on the front side. Benelli's have it in here. Franke also has it up here. I don't have my punch on me, but I just know it's a single bolt, rotating bolt head. Pretty simple, as the inertias are. We won't spend much time on that. Simple, but it's gotta be effective. How do we make this gun effective? I think I need to put some more rounds through it, come back to y'all and see what we've learned. What do you think about that? So the 4-end has to go on before you can put the barrel on, but that doesn't line up. So what does a guy gotta do? Here concludes the Stoeger 3020 review, because I normally don't struggle this much to get a gun back together. What is going on? That went back together way harder than it should have. I'm gonna put some more rounds through this, see if we get any better results. Did I get 3 rounds through this gun? Ooh. Might be loosening up. Actually does better from the hip. All right, folks, this is my 75th round, and I have yet to get this gun to cycle from the shoulder. Some from the hip, which is weird, but tight from the shoulder, like it's kicking them out, but it's not pulling the next shell up. Frustrated. Looks like no speed shooting for me. It's kind of hard to speed shoot. You know what? Actually, I think I made a mistake. See, I thought this was a semi-auto. What I didn't realize is it was a pump. You just got to pump this bolt handle back. So as a pump gun, it's not too bad. Having lots of issues with this particular gun. I want to hear from you, the viewers. What is your experience with the Stoeger 3020? Have you had the same issues? Did you pick yours up and did you run it flawless? Or are you running target loads? See, these are target loads. My belief is if I got a little bit heavier hunting load, it would probably work just fine. This gun should be able to shoot target loads, and especially after 3 boxes, it should start picking up, shooting a little bit easier. Can't say I'm in love. From the controls, to the recoil, to the not ejecting. That's the big one. I can get over a lot of the other stuff. Fiber optic, I can get over that. Recoil pad, I can get over that. If this cycled well, and I have to believe that some do, this would be a pretty decent gun for the price point. Maybe not my favorite in a lot of ways. I would probably look to spend a couple $100 more and get something quite a bit better in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, and that's why I put out these reviews, to share my thoughts. You make your own decisions. I hope you got a good, detailed look at the Stoeger 3020, and now you can decide if it's the shotgun for you. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, whether you're in the field or in life, you're only gonna hit those shots you're laser focused on. So live, target, focus. See ya.